Is the Greater Toronto Area housing market finally turning the corner? Or is there still more uncertainty ahead? Listen, the latest June numbers are in, and they're telling a very interesting story. Some markets are stabilizing, buyers are becoming more active, inventory is changing, and we're starting to see opportunities that simply weren't there a year ago. But here's the question. If you're thinking of buying or selling in 3 to 6 to 12 months, what should you actually be doing today? In this month's market update, I'm going to break down exactly what's happening across the Greater Toronto Area, GTA, which includes, the hub, Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, Burlington, and Halton region. We'll look at the latest sales, the home prices, the market trends, and what I expect over the next few months. And I'll share my buyer's tips. Stick around. If you're a buyer, you get a tip. And if you're still trying to sell your house in the market or selling, we'll give you a seller's tip of the month that help you make smarter real estate decisions. So if you're new here, guys, welcome. I'm Jure. I'm with the Bekavac team. I work with my wife, Lisa, here. And, we help families buying, selling, investing, downsizing, relocating in the Greater Toronto Area. And if you enjoy real estate market updates, no fluff, just straight to the point, buying or selling tips or local insights, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you never miss a beat in the Greater Toronto real estate market. Enough said, guys. Let's jump into these numbers and see what they're telling us for this month. All right, let's take a step back and look at the Greater Toronto as a whole here. And I'm going to go through this graph and explain this. So listen, when we're comparing Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, and Burlington side by side here in the graph that I have here, there's very, clear trends that begin to emerge here. First, while prices remain below where they were a year ago, the pace of the correction is slowly in many areas. So we're no longer seeing the sharp decline that dominates the market over the past couple of years. Instead, we're moving towards, I think, a little healthier and more of a balanced market now. So we're going to go through these numbers right now and just to tell you, we'll explain this to you. Okay, Toronto as a whole, we're going to break down Toronto. So home sale for June 2026, there's 2,377 homes sold for the month of June for 2026. That's a change from year over year. We're declined, a 3.5% decline. New listings for this last month is 6,632 homes on the market, and active listings are up. We're at 8.8% active new listings. That's a lot more homes than last year. And we always want to look at the average price of homes all clumped together in Toronto. So roughly, it's benchmarks about $1,108,000. That year-over-year change, that's a 4.2% decrease in price. You're looking roughly, we're hovering around almost a $50,000 decrease in price from last year from 2025. So what I take it, Toronto continues to be like the largest and busiest market in the Greater Toronto Area. With high numbers of homes and sales, buyers are active there, especially in the condo market. While detached homes, you can see, they continue to hold their value relatively well. So let's go break down the Mississauga right now and what's happening there. Mississauga itself, you can see for the month of June, 770 homes have sold. From last year, we're looking about 18% decrease in sales. Active new listings, 2,389 homes on the market, and active new listings, that's almost a 30% increase in active listings from last year of 2025 for June. That's a big jump. And the average price for homes all clumped together about $860,000 in Mississauga. That's a 9.4% decrease from last year. We're hovering around a $90,000 decrease for Mississauga from last year for 2025 for June. That's a big drop. So Mississauga has experienced one of the year-over-year price adjustments, as you can see. It's creating opportunities for buyers out there if you're waiting to enter the market. Families are continue to see excellent values compared to Toronto. It's a lot higher, so particularly established neighborhoods in Mississauga. So let's dive into the Oakville numbers right now. All right, Oakville, so the month of June of 2026, 230 homes have sold. Year-over-year change, we're looking at 16.4% decrease from last year for sales. New listings, 733 homes on the market right now in Oakville. Active listings for that's 36.6% increase in active listings from last year. And the average price in Oakville is about $1,475,000. That's homes all collected together. For year-over-year change, you're looking at a 5.4% decrease from last year. That's an $84,000 decrease from last year. And for Oakville from 2025 to this year, 2026 in June. Okay, so you see Oakville remains the premium market in the region here, with the highest average home prices right now in the Greater Toronto area. Even with the modest correction from last year for homes, the demand for luxury homes in top school districts in Oakville continues to attract a lot of buyers for long-term value, as we can see. So let's dive into the Burlington numbers right now. So Burlington, so June of 2026, 237 homes have sold. A year-over-year change from last year, we're looking at about a 12.4% decrease from sales from last year for 2025 to compare to 2026 of June. Active new listings, 837 homes on the market. And that, active new listings up 28.5%. So more homes on the market. We keep seeing that. And the average prices, for homes clubbed together for Burlington, we're looking at an average price of $1,010,000. That doesn't mean every home, it's just clumped together. From last year, we're looking at about an 8.3% decrease in the price, probably about a $92,000 decrease in price for comparative 2025 to compare to June of 2026. So Burlington continues to impress, with this stability, right? Detached homes have held up better than expected. While the condo market, we've seen the biggest corrections. And if you're a downsized first-time home buyer, great opportunity in the Burlington market. There's a big correction, decrease in price, help a lot of downsizers. So this creates an excellent opportunity. Like we mentioned, first-time home buyers or investors or downsizers looking to get into the Greater Toronto. Okay, so one thing that really stands out is the difference between property types. All across all four market, detached homes continue to outperform condos. It's showing that buyers still are willing to pay premium for more space and family-friendly styles. But at the same time, condo apartments have experienced the largest corrections. So for buyers, that means more choices, greater negotiation power, and the opportunity that simply didn't exist a couple of years ago. The biggest takeaway from here is that the monthly report that we're looking at in the real estate is local. Every city is moving at its own pace, and every property type is telling a different story. That's why it's more important than ever to understand the local market before you make your next move. So now, guys, listen, take a closer look at each city that we're going to break down and see exactly what's happening in the Toronto, Mississauga, Oakville, and Burlington area by home types. Okay, home types in Toronto, as you can see on the screen. Detached homes are on average, they're hovering around $1,610,000. From last year, we're looking at about a 6.3% decrease from June 2025. And that's the difference. We're looking at about a $108,000 difference from last year for June of 2025. It's a big decline, but it's happening across all the markets, but we just want to show this right. The semis themselves, you're looking at about $1,293,000 from June of last year, 2025. That's a 0.6% decrease, which is still doing pretty well. It's holding well. And you're looking at about a $7,800 decrease from last year, from June of 2026 compared to 2025 to 2026. Townhomes, they are right now, the average price for a townhome in Toronto is $953,092, so hovering around $954,000. From last year, that's a 5.5% decrease from June 2025. you're looking at about a $55,000 decrease in price from last year. The condo market, it's hovering around $674,000. From last year, they're looking at about a decrease of 5.0% decrease from June of 2025. They're hovering around close to $35,000 decrease in values for condos. All right, to sum it up, Toronto continues to be one of the strongest and most resilient real estate markets in the Greater Toronto Area. You know what? Prices have adjusted compared to last year. The market remains, active, and well-priced homes continue to sell. So detached homes are still commanding, premium price. Semi-detached homes are sold especially stable in this market. And the condo market, I see, continues to offer excellent opportunities for the first-time home buyers, investors, downsizers. So the biggest takeaway here, guys, we see is we're seeing healthier, more balanced market, and the buyers have more choices and negotiation power, as we know, and sellers who price it, correctly and have a strategy and present the home as well, will and are still attracting great results. So whether you're buying or selling or keeping an eye on the market, Toronto continues to offer a strong long-term value. It remains to be one of the most desirable places that we've seen in the real estate market in Canada. All right, let's break down the home types in Mississauga. So detached homes are, roughly at $1,250,000 for a detached home in Mississauga. The year-over-year change, we're looking at an 8.9 decrease in price from June of 2025. That's a price difference of $122,000 less than June of 2025. It's a big drop. Semis, they're, on average, are selling for $960,000 in the Mississauga market. And that's a 7.5 decrease from June of 2025. We're looking at about a $77,000 and $800 decrease from last year for semi-detaches. Townhomes, their average price right now is $785,000. That's a 10.6% decrease from June of 2025. That's hovering around less than $993,000 decrease from last year. That's a big drop. Condo markets, the average price was $610,000. That's a 13.8% decrease from June of 2025, and we're looking at a year difference in price about a $997,700 less than from last year for June of 2025. So Mississauga continues to be one of the most strategic market across the Toronto area, the Greater Toronto Area. So your buyers are focusing on value here, as you see, and they're seeing the biggest opportunities in condos and townhomes. Like you see a decrease in price if you're looking to get into the Mississauga area. Even your first-time home buyer, it's a great opportunity. Detached homes remain popular with families relocating out of the Toronto area, but buyers are still taking their time and negotiating for more than what they did a few years ago, as we can see. So if you're selling Mississauga, price it correctly from day one out of the gate. That's absolutely essential in this market. Don't test the pricing in this market. Do not do that. Okay, the Oakville market, home types. Detached homes on average price in the Oakville area is $1,850,000. That's a year-over-year change of about 5.5% decrease from June of 2025. You're looking at the difference of prices from last year, $107,000. Semis are average price about $1,150,000. That's a 4.8% decrease from June of 2025. We're looking about a decrease of $58,000 less than June of 25 for this year. Townhomes are about $1,020,000. That's a 6.2% decrease from June of 2025. We're looking about a decrease of $67,400 less than June of 2025. Condos, they're looking about $760,000 for a condo in the Oakville area. That's an 8.2% decrease from June of 2025. And we're looking at about a decrease in price of $67,900 less than June from last year, June of 2025. Well, Oakville continues to lead in the Greater Toronto Area in average price homes, as we can see, with the detached homes averaging around $1.8 million. So luxury homes are returning in the Oakville area, but they're taking more a select approach, these buyers. So remember that if you have one, if you have a luxury home on the market, homes that are professionally presented, move-in ready, and priced competitively in this market are still attracting strong interest. So for long-term buyers, Oakville continues to offer the strongest lifestyle investment opportunities in this region. Okay, the Burlington market here by home type. So detached homes in the Burlington area are hovering at an average price of $1,280,000. That's a 2.7% decrease from June of 2025. That's a difference price. We're looking at a decrease of $35,500 from last year. Semis are average price about $925,000. That's a 2.7% decrease from June 2025. And we're looking about $39,500 less from June of 2025 to June of 2026. Townhomes, average price about $815,000. It's an 8.3% decrease from June of 2025, and the difference decrease price, we're looking at $73,800. The first-time home buyer, great time to get into this market in Burlington for townhomes. Condos themselves, on average, are about $585,000. This is where you should get in. First-time home buyers, downsizers, or investors. 8.4% decrease from last year, 2025 June. And that's about $131,700 difference from last year, from June 2026, from last year, June 2025. That's a big decrease. That's a great opportunity to get into that market in Burlington. So if Burlington continues to be one of the most balanced market in the Greater Toronto area for detached homes, have held their value exceptionally well, with only a modest correction of about $35,000 from last year. So the biggest story here, however, is the condo market. So condo market and apartments have seen the largest correction here. You can see creating a great opportunity for first-time home buyers, investors, or even downsizers looking to get in the market in Burlington because they're more affordable. So for families looking for that long-term stability, detached homes in the Burlington area continues to be one of the strongest investments for this region. All right, my takeaway summaries from all this. Looking across all four markets, there's a few trends that stand out here. Detached homes continue to outperform every other property, as you can see. The condo market itself has experienced the largest price correction, creating some of the best buying opportunities we've seen in years. Downsized first-time home buyers, investors, great opportunity to get into. Oakville remains, the highest priced market, while Mississauga and Burlington continues to offer excellent values for families looking to move west out of Toronto. So the biggest takeaway here, guys, is the market isn't the same everywhere. Every city and every property is behaving differently. That's why having a local strategy is very important than ever. Whether you're buying your first home, moving up, downsizing, investing, that's a key thing that you need to understand. All right, what do I expect? I expect the market to remain a balanced market throughout this. If interest rates remain stable and the buyer's confidence continues to improve, we'll likely start seeing stronger demand heading maybe into the fall market. But I don't expect a drastic price increase that everyone's thinking the price is going to take off overnight. I don't think that's going to happen. If you're looking for that price, it's gone. Instead, what I believe here, we'll continue to start seeing a gradual stabilization here. Priced homes continue to perform. So if you price correctly in this market, they're selling. If you're overpriced, it's not selling. That's your problem, number one, right here. And the biggest mistake, buyers can make is waiting for the perfect market. Don't wait, guys. It's a great time to get in. Marketing is, you should get in. So don't wait for perfect market. And the biggest mistake sellers can make is pricing based on yesterday's prices instead of today's prices. You got to market it for today, not yesterday's, and that's why your house is. All right, here's my buyer tip of the month, and it can save you thousands of dollars. One of the biggest mistakes I've seen buyers make is waiting for the perfect time to buy. The truth is, perfect timing rarely exists. Right now, you have something buyers didn't have a few years ago, and you have options. You have time to compare homes. You have negotiating power. And in many cases, you can still include important conditions and add more conditions, like finding a home which is standard home inspection to yourself, and add things that you want to fix or even add. As the market becomes more competitive, these advantages can disappear quickly. Remember that. So instead of trying to time the market perfectly, focus on finding the right home in the right neighborhood at the right price that fits your long-term goals. Remember, time in the market is often more important than time in the market. So if you're thinking about buying this year, let's have a conversation. Lisa and I would love to help you find and help you build a strategy that's right for you. So don't wait for the perfect market, because someone else may buy your perfect first home or home. All right, our seller's tip. If you're thinking about selling, here's one of the mistakes you can't afford to make. Don't test the market. Enter the market to win. Buyers today know exactly what the homes are worth, and if your home is overpriced, they simply move on to the next one. Sellers are, listen, sellers, getting the best results aren't always the ones with the nicest homes. They're the ones with the smartest strategy. Remember that. That means pricing your home correctly from day one, making it incredibly first impression to these buyers, and launching it with a professional marketing from day one. Remember, you only get one chance to make the first impression. So the first 7 to 10 days on the market is when your home gets the most attention. That's why when serious buyers are watching, and that's when you want to create excitement, not a price reduction. Price it right from day one. Present it beautifully, and market it professionally. That's how we do it, and we sell homes a lot. We attract more buyers for our sellers, stronger offers, and ultimately we achieve the best possible sales price for our sellers. Listen, don't chase the market with price reductions. Lead the market with the right strategy. All right, if you're thinking about buying, selling, downsizing, or investing, or simply want to know what your home's worth in today's market, listen, Lisa and I would love to help you out. Leave a comment below. Let us know which market you'd like us to feature next, Toronto, Mississauga, or Burlington. And if you found this update helpful, please like, subscribe, or share this video with family or friends who you're thinking might make a move next, or might make a move in the next 6 to 12 months. So, listen, every month we break down what the numbers really mean, not just by headlines, so you can make an informed real estate decision. Once again, guys, I'm Jure with the Bekavac team, and thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you in our next monthly market update in Greater Toronto Market and in the other videos that we'll be posting shortly.
Everything we touch turns to soul.